I'm going to do something different today. This is something I've been asked a few times now and it does explain a lot of my thinking, I guess. So this is a story about myself and how I've come up with some of my ideas and where I'm coming from. So I've grown up in a Christian household, family, from day one. Pretty not religious, but pretty strong faith, I guess. And so that's all I've known. That's really the foundation of a lot of my education as well. But pretty early on, I kind of figured out that it was a bit weird. There was some things to it that I didn't really not understand, or it didn't make sense. There's too many holes in it, too many contradictory things that clashed, that didn't fit together coherently. So I looked at a lot of other religions. I've probably most of them I found even worse. I really do like the Shinto, but it's not real a religion. And so I've always known that there's more to life than what we see. And what's out there is a lot more than we realise. So I started looked at Islam. I rolled that out pretty quick. That's pretty horrendous. Judaism, not a big fan of that one either. They're all too very restrictive, rule-based, no real explanation of what's going on, just a bunch of rules to follow. So I ended up going back to the Bible, and I just decided, look, I'm going to just read the teachings of Jesus, just that part of it, because that's really the essence of Christianity. And so I realised that if you just look at his teachings, there's nothing better out there, well, in my opinion. I haven't found anything. No one's ever shown me anything better than those fundamental sort of teachings that he sort of produced. So a lot of it really clashes with Christianity as well, which I find bizarrely interesting. If you just look at his teachings and then try to put that into a Christian faith, there's a lot of places where it doesn't work. So that's really the essence of it. And then over time, I've looked into it more and more, and I've found that to be the essence of the Christian faith as it should be, or it could be. And so I've kind of gone down that path. So I struggle with calling myself a Christian just because of the connotations, I guess, and because it doesn't really explain it very well, unfortunately. There's some really, really good elements to Christianity. It's been a great... it's done some amazing things. A lot of the medicine, a lot of the education system, a lot of charity work is done or has come out of that and still being done through Christian organisations. But then there's also the Crusades, there's the Catholic Church, there's the witch trials, there's just and then I kind of got to the understanding of that's just man. Like every time man gets into, so humanity should be a better word. As soon as human understanding gets incorporated into that, it falls over, because that's just what we do. We do it with everything. All government systems, all armies, all education systems. We put our own little spin. We like to put our own little spin on things, and that's where a lot of the issues come from. So when I just read, they call it a red letter Bible, where they put all Jesus' words in red letters. So if you just read the red letters, then it actually makes, and you take religion out of it, it actually makes a lot of sense. And I liken it more towards the Buddhist and the Shinto way of looking at life, where this is a lifestyle, this is a way, this is a bunch of not beliefs, but a bunch of elements which are very beneficial to live a good, happy life. All the other stuff is irrelevant. All the letters in Matthew, Mark, Luke and John, and the epistles and all that kind of extra, it's all interesting, I guess, but it's not necessary. It's an addendum to everything else, and it's a man's twist on the teachings of Jesus. It's not an infallible word of God, and you must have to do X, Y, Z to. That's where I think Christianity falls over. So we have an understanding now in the modern society. We're not sort of barbarians in the first century, and we have a fairly good understanding of a lot of these psychological elements, a lot of the belief structures. We can really break those down and understand them to a degree where we don't need all the other stuff. It's superfluous to his teachings, and if to boil it down to its essence, then I think that's the important part. And for me, everything I do runs through those filters. So if I think something, I say something, I want to do something, then it always gets run through, is it beneficial? Does it build things? Does it help? Does it create a better environment and then if it does, then I can do it. If it doesn't, I can't. And it's not even really a religious thing, a spiritual thing. It's just this is a good way to live. I mean, our law systems are based on it. Our ethics are based on it. Everything's based on this concept. So it is, I think if we take the religion out of it and just look at it as a healthy way to live, you can put the religion in there if you want, but it doesn't need to be. It's just a great way to have a good life, and if you follow those teachings in general, it's not going to stop bad things happening to you. It's not going to stop crazy shit going down, but it gives you a good, helpful path to building your life into a better place, so that you can be happy and have peace in your heart and all that kind of thing. I hope this helps, but I wasn't really going to do this, but I've had a few conversations in the last couple of weeks now that I find a lot of people just don't even have an understanding of that. It's a foreign concept to them. So, great. I'll see you later.